Mhm. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Psychic Connection, Collaboration over Competition. And it's my pleasure today to introduce you to Nina Mason, who is a college student. Yes. So thank you so much, Nina, for joining me today. I'm so excited to interview you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you are most welcome. And you are currently starting to explore your intuitive abilities. Right?
Yes.
So, can you tell us, from a young child, how did you know you did actually have intuitive abilities?
So I didn't have many experiences early on. However, one of my mom's friends, she has abilities, and this is when I was about 5 or 6 years old. This woman told my mom to be aware of my dreams, and that's where my abilities will be shown through. And so she gave my mom a deck of tarot cards, and my mom ended up giving me that deck as I got older. But so she just said to look out for my dreams, and I didn't have an experience until I was about 11. And I had a dream. In this dream, I died and I went to heaven,
Oh,
and I met all of my great grandparents that passed away, and it was amazing. I wasn't scared by any means, even though I
great.
was dead in this dream at a young age.
Mhm.
And it was like a panel of them, and I got to talk to them, and they told me about themselves, and it was truly an amazing dream. So the next day, I told my mom about this, and my one great grandma, she passed away when my mom was in high school. So there was, I didn't
Right.
meet her. We don't have pictures really up around. I've never seen her. And so the dream was the first time I saw her. So
Right.
I accurately described her, and, everyone was just very surprised about like her mannerisms and the way she dressed. I just knew everything. And
Wow.
yeah, so that was really cool. So that was my first
First
experience. And then
experiences. Mhm.
I didn't really have anything else until about my freshman year of college.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you want to share what happened then?
Sure. So, oh gosh, freshman year, I go to school at Monmouth University,
Mhm.
and I live about 45 minutes away. So I was driving to school at night,
Mhm.
and I saw a person on the side of the road waving at me, and I just thought it was a weird person on the side of the road at night
Right.
waving. And it would happen a few times, like several people down the road. Some of these people would run in front of my car,
Oh,
so
scary.
I was swerving and things like that, and I realized that these people aren't really here.
It clicked that, oh, these people aren't real.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really crazy, and it would happen whenever I would drive at night,
Mhm.
particularly on this one stretch of
Right.
highway.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I went to a medium friend of ours, and I talked to her about it. And she lives in the area, and she knows the area well. And she said,
Right.
well, it's an old battleground, so these are soldiers.
Oh, they're soldiers.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was able to, she said, since you're driving, it's a bit dangerous. You could talk to them and just say, I'm driving. You can come to me in different ways, but this isn't really safe.
Right.
So they wouldn't run in front of my car anymore, so that was good.
So they
But
listen to you. Excellent.
yeah, they did listen. It was really good. So I
That's
don't really see
great.
them as often, but I mean, sometimes I see like a little wave or something, but no one runs in front of my car.
That's excellent that they listen. And, maybe that can be helpful to people that might experience something similar.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I
your
didn't know.
advice.
You just
Yeah.
talk out loud and they'll listen.
Right. So here's your great advice. Hey, tell them, this is scary for me. Don't do this or whatever. And well, at least your spirits listen. So hopefully, if anybody else has that problem, their
Yeah,
spirits will listen as
because
well. Yeah.
they're from a different time zone, and I get, or
Right.
time period.
Right.
They didn't know that it was dangerous to run in front of the
Right
car.
in front of
They
a
just
car.
want to be known, be seen, and they realize that I guess that I can see them.
Yeah.
So mhm.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Yeah, they pick up on who has the ability to actually see them. They're like, oh,
Mhm.
here's somebody that can see me. Oh, here I am.
Yeah, they're just
Not
excited, I
everybody can
guess.
do that, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So, does psychic ability run in your family?
Originally I would say no, and I didn't think so, but After thinking about it, I really think that it runs in everyone. I
Mhm.
think that everyone has the ability to, some sort of ability.
Right,
Um, you know, there's been smaller experiences that different family members have had, just like little things like
right.
knowing and feeling and stuff
Mhm.
like that. I talked to my dad and he said he's had similar dreams to me meeting people that have passed.
Oh,
Um,
so your dad does too?
yeah, so I mean, I don't know if it's at the extent like
Right,
of mine,
of yours, but
but I do think that some of my family members do have some abilities and they're very supportive, you
oh,
know.
that's
Everyone
key.
is very open to it, so it's great.
Yeah, that's key. I think, when people have children who are, sensitive or have abilities, it's great to support them and not, scare them or say it's bad or stop doing this.
Yeah,
I think it's good.
yeah. I think that that has helped me the most. My mom has been so supportive. I mean, with the tarot cards that I got when I was 5 or 6, she gave them
Right.
to me when I got older and
Older,
talked to
right.
me about it, believed me when I had this dream,
Right.
that's very important.
Yeah, I think that's so important, to kids
It's
to,
easy to not believe kids or, that say things like this.
right. Like, oh,
Um,
it was just a dream or something. But no,
yeah,
she believed you and supported you. And it's great because she, basically then encouraged you to go
great.
forward with your abilities, made you feel good about it. You didn't feel bad about
Yeah.
it. Okay, it's safe, it's fine. So that's a good thing. Um, so tell us a little bit more about the tarot cards. Did you start at 11 or 12, maybe trying to practice with them? And do you do cards now? And do
Um,
you do tarot cards, or I think you said you do oracle cards?
yeah, so with the tarot cards, that's the first deck I had, and that's the only thing I knew of.
Mhm.
So I would try different things with them, but I didn't really know what I was doing. So
Right.
I got advice from other like psychics and people that
Yeah.
I knew, and I would lay them all out
Mhm.
on my floor when I was younger, and I just
Yeah.
run my hand along them and see if I felt any
If
heat.
you felt anything.
Yeah. And then I flip that card if I felt something. But that's really about it. I just kind of do it for myself. I
Yeah.
never really read anyone. I didn't understand like the structure of it if I had to do it like that.
Right.
Um, so that's about all I would do with those.
Mhm.
But recently I bought my first pack of Oracle cards.
Mhm.
And the reason I got those was because they were recommended to me. I had a reading by
Right.
actually someone that you interviewed. I
Yeah.
found out about them through your interview,
Oh,
Heather
great.
Campbell. And
Can you share her name?
Heather Campbell,
Heather
yeah,
Campbell. Oh, she's
yep,
excellent. Love her.
she is
Yeah.
amazing.
She's
So
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, so she recommended Oracle cards to me.
Mhm.
So this is what they look
Oh,
like.
beautiful. Wow. So
Yeah.
explain just a little bit about oracle cards versus tarot cards, because they are
Well,
different.
yes, they are different. I'm still learning, but this is a
Right.
smaller deck.
Right.
Um,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah, I think that tarot cards are more detailed or more, specific to what they're talking about, where oracle cards are more of the big picture.
Big picture. Got it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But what I do with them is I shuffle them in my hand and they kind of just fly out, whatever
Oh, yeah.
card.
Those
Yeah.
are meant to be read, right?
Yeah. So that's how I know which cards I want to talk about or pull. So yeah, they just fall out and I
Yep.
see what I get from that.
Oh, great. Wow. So that's good. And yeah, keep practicing with those, because maybe, yeah, that is one thing that, you can show your ability through. Right. But you also feel that you're an empath, right? So
Yes.
just explain a little bit what an empath is, and then maybe share some experiences as an empath.
So empaths are like hyper aware of um the emotions around them, I guess,
Right.
like
Yes,
they
exactly.
really feel everything from the people near them.
Near them.
And so I didn't realize that I had this until I think sophomore year of college. Yeah.
College. Mhm.
And I was with a friend of mine and um when I touched them, I was able to feel their feelings like
Yeah,
grief and different feelings that I knew wasn't coming from me.
from you.
I was overwhelmingly upset by it. Like, um, yeah, it was just I knew these feelings weren't mine, but I was able to feel them by
Right.
touching this person or just
Person.
being around them.
Mhm.
So that's how I knew what it was. And after talking to them, I realized what they were feeling, and it matched what I was
You
feeling.
matched, right,
Yet I had no reason to feel that way, you
right,
know?
exactly.
So then like later on, I would notice things like I'm in the grocery store and someone walks by me and I like an overwhelming feeling of like sadness or just like anything like
Wow.
that. And yeah, like I just know, or I'm working at the restaurant I
Right.
work at and I feel
Yeah,
like I'm like, okay, this person across the room, they're having an off day, you know?
yeah, yeah,
It's just like little stuff like that. It's so it can be overwhelming at times because,
yeah, how do you deal with that?
yeah,
Yeah,
just
like, whoa,
it's
I
a
don't
lot
wanna
of
keep feeling
emotional
everybody's
labor.
feelings.
So I learned that black tourmaline, it's a
Is that
crystal,
the
it's a
crystal?
stone. Yeah, I keep it in my pocket or just anywhere, just keep it on me. I hold it in my hand sometimes, like I just feel it. And that is supposed to protect you from the energy around you. So
Oh, everybody listen up, whoever is an empath, right?
yeah,
Say that again, black
black tourmaline.
tourmaline crystal, go
Yes.
to a place and maybe carry it around in your pocket.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah,
keep I keep a bunch of crystals on me throughout the day.
throughout the day,
So
that's great.
yeah.
Yeah, to
Hmm.
be protected.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so I was going to ask you about the empath. So I feel it almost sounds to me like you're picking up on their energy,
For
right? Like
sure.
their energy, what their energy is kind of getting out. Sad, happy, upset, angry, whatever. So
Mhm.
you're tuning into their energy. Yeah, yeah. But that's great that you have something that can protect you though as well,
Mhm.
because you don't want to be bombarded with everybody else's energy
Yeah, it
all
could
the
be a
time.
lot. When it first started
Yeah,
happening, I just thought I was sad, and
right.
I
You're like,
thought I
wait,
was
what's the
very
matter with
upset.
me?
Yeah. So it was like concerning for myself at first, but then I realized what was going on.
Right. Oh,
Mhm.
wow. Great. And then you figured out how to handle it. So actually that's awesome. Yeah. And if
Yeah.
anybody out there is listening, please, do the same and protect yourself with that crystal. Now you also have an ability to soul travel, or you might call it astral travel. So please explain a little bit what it is and share some experiences of, what you have.
Um, sorry.
Oh, is that your cat?
Yeah,
Yeah, your kitty
different
cat.
one. I gotta get my mom. She's
Yeah.
so soul traveling, astral traveling, I didn't realize what it was until it happened kind of by accident.
Hmm.
And what happened for me was there was a friend of mine that we kind of lost contact for a bit,
Hmm.
but we kept in contact through dreams, which was strange. So
Oh, that is.
I feel like I was aware that this was
Yeah.
happening. I don't know if the other person was.
Mm.
Um, so it happened by accident. I was dreaming and this person was in my dream and I knew it wasn't a regular dream because the way that they were talking
Right.
and the things that they were saying weren't things that I can make up. Like it was definitely
Got
their
it.
words. So it
There.
just felt like a regular conversation with them. And
Mhm.
then the next night I'd say, okay, like let me see this person again. Like let's finish this conversation. And then it would happen and I'd see them and we'd hang out and
Wow.
I was able to start asking to see different people and this
Mhm.
person they're still alive, it
Right.
wasn't
Yeah.
someone
And
who
it's not like
passed.
they passed away. Right.
Yeah. So it was just really crazy because I was able to continue to talk to this person and
Mhm.
I was a bit confused by it at first. I just didn't understand how it was working if this person's alive and
Right.
so I asked a friend of ours that helps me with like these things and
Right. Yeah.
they explained that it's their higher selves,
Yes.
both of
Yeah.
our higher selves.
Right. Or
So
meeting. Right.
right. So
Yep.
if this person isn't able to in the right mindset to talk here and now,
Yeah, right.
we
In the
can do it
human
in
form.
our dreams. So
Right.
this is awesome. I feel like this can work out a lot of problems with anyone. So you can go
Yeah.
in your dreams and ask to talk to these people, and you're
Oh,
working
right.
out situations with your higher selves, and you have
In your higher self. Right.
yeah, a better understanding of things, and it's just I don't know. So that's who I was talking to, the higher self of this person. And
Right.
so they were able to communicate their feelings better, where maybe here they're not able to.
Right. But I'm my burning question with this is, then did you actually talk to this person,
Yes,
normally
actually,
and
I
say,
did.
wow, did you have this dream as well? And did you feel that you were talking to me in the dream?
Oh,
You
well,
know what I'm saying?
okay. No, I didn't bring up the dream. I didn't bring up the dream with this person,
No.
but
Oh, 'cause I'm so curious to know if that person had that dream too and realized,
I
you know,
think I will eventually need to. But
yeah, yeah,
I don't know. I didn't feel as though they were maybe ready to talk about that.
right.
I didn't know if they'd understand. So I
Mhm.
didn't bring it up. But I definitely will. I feel like I should.
Yeah, because I almost feel like it could go two ways. One is they'll say, no, I never had that dream. I don't know what you're
Mhm.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that would be, and I'm just guessing, you have the ability to connect on that level and you can realize it in your human, I'll say human life.
Mhm.
They, maybe their soul actually, did meet, but in their human life, they can't, realize that or something.
Yeah.
Or they'll say, yeah, I had that dream too. So then they, actually. So that's just my theory. So you'll have to come back and tell us if I'm right or wrong with
Yeah.
the theory. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm curious to find out. Yeah. That's so interesting. But we know
Mhm.
definitely you have the ability to do it. So I wonder if, people out there listening, maybe you might want to give it a try because maybe some people actually also have that ability, but maybe others don't.
Mhm.
Oh, it's so fascinating. You're just so fascinating, Nina, at such a young age. Yeah. So, do you have premonitions through dreams or another source of, what can happen? Do you also have that?
Um, okay, honestly, I feel as though when I was younger, I had like events happen in dreams when I would think that they're going to happen in real life, but I would wake up and forget. So
Right,
I had a knowing feeling waking up, but I was young and I didn't really understand what was going on. But I'd
right,
have a dream and be like, oh no, okay, something's going to happen. But
right,
I didn't know what was going on. And
right.
but that only happened when I was younger and they
Mhm.
haven't really happened
Yeah,
since then in dreams.
yeah.
Now it's more of like a feeling while I'm awake.
While you're waiting, yeah. Now you can actually feel it when you're, in your waking
Yeah.
hours, which is awesome.
Mhm.
So that kind of leads into the next question. Good segue. Do you have a better understanding now of some of your intuitive abilities? And are you feeling more comfortable with your intuitive abilities?
Yes. I mean, while I am still learning, there's a
Right.
lot to learn, but
Yeah.
I have such a better understanding now
Yeah.
than
Right.
even just a year ago,
Yeah.
when I was first seeing people on the road,
Right. Right. Yeah.
Um, I think that maybe I accept it more. Not that I didn't accept it. I've always been very grateful for it,
Right.
but um I've really taken the time to look into certain things and talk to different people. I've met so many people through
Good.
this,
Excellent. Mhm.
and I have so many resources to get help and ask. And I do think that I don't know, I've just learned so much just from the past year. So I'm way more comfortable now,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
know that there's still so much to learn.
Yeah. Right. I think we can always continue learning.
Yeah.
So speaking of learning, another good segue, right? You're in college learning and you're studying psychology. So do you feel your intuitive abilities will help you, with your career?
Um, hmm, I definitely do. I've been told that they will help
Mm,
me too.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so um, I'm studying sociology and psychology, both fields that I feel as though can really help people.
right,
Going into college, I knew that I needed to help people and I didn't know how. This was way before I like picking a major. I was younger and I didn't know about my abilities as much.
mhm,
And so I was going into the medical field because I thought that's how I needed to help
right,
people.
okay,
But I realized that that wasn't really for me. And then I went into sociology and psychology,
psychology, yeah,
and it's a different way, but I think that that's where I need to be. So with the psych, with learning psych, I
yeah,
want to do part-time therapy,
yeah,
and I think that my abilities can definitely help with that, like being an empath, being able to feel what these people
right,
are feeling.
exactly,
um that can help. I don't know, that can help on another level for sure.
Mm.
that other therapists might not be able to provide.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
there people telling these sort. I feel like it could be difficult though. You know,
Mm.
if people are going through hard things and me feeling these,
Mm.
I'm gonna have to really learn how to control it before I'm able
Control
to
and
help
protect
them.
yourself. Mhm.
Protect myself and control when I want to feel it
Right.
to benefit them. You
Right.
know,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, but it can definitely help if I understand what they're going through.
Right. Yes.
Um, and to be able to just pick up on things that maybe they're not telling me, you know.
Yeah, because you're going to have that angle as well.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So, wow. Everybody remember Nina's name in case you need a therapist down the road. I think so. Yeah. Are there any other aspects of intuition you'd like to explore?
Um, yeah, so I like I said before, I've been able to see spirits visually.
Right.
I really want to work on hearing them. I talk to them, but I
Right.
haven't been able to hear anything back. So that's something I really am trying to
You
work
want
on.
to. Mhm.
So, and the feeling of knowing sometimes, I know that there's something there, but I just need to control, um, what it is, maybe just like pinpoint, what I'm feeling. Cause I
Right.
know that there's something, but
Yes.
it's hard to control sometimes. And sometimes it's very specific,
Specific. Right.
other times it's not. So I just really want to focus on the visual and controlling the knowing.
To knowing. Right.
The visual for me, it's different sometimes too. That's another thing. I never know what I'm gonna get. Sometimes I see it in the real world, like
Right.
the people on the road, and
Right.
other times I see things in my head.
Right. Like in your mind's eye. Because I know, yeah, I
Right.
get things in my mind's eye, I'll call it,
Mm.
where we
So
see it. Yeah. That way.
that happened to me for the first time somewhat recently. I was with my mom, my aunt, and my little cousin. We were visiting my great grandparents' grave.
Mhm.
We were cleaning it up, and
Oh,
I was talking to them in my
wow.
head.
In your head, yeah.
And I got the words "I love you" written in script in my head.
In your head, yeah. So you kind of you saw it, right?
Yeah, and I told my grandma because it's her parents, and she showed me a recipe that her
Oh,
mom wrote, and it
yeah.
was the same
The
handwriting.
same handwriting. Isn't that so fascinating? It's so amazing. You are so
Yeah.
tuned in. It's phenomenal. It's excellent. Yeah, it's so excellent. So, can you give advice to others who want to explore or expand their intuitive abilities? What advice can you give to them?
Oh, I feel as though I'm not going to be all that helpful because I'm still learning, but
Yeah, but
um,
how can they explore? How did you get help? Learning more about your intuitive abilities. Maybe you can share that with them. How about that?
I think just being open about it because it's something that you might think you're going crazy when it's happening.
Right, right,
And
exactly.
I mean, it's hard to say don't feel like you're going crazy because it happens.
Right.
But be open to talking to your friends, your
Yeah.
family, whoever you trust about it.
Mhm.
And you don't want to keep it to yourself
Yes.
because
It's
it's
true.
easier to work through with other people.
Mhm.
You build connections and other people can help you.
Yes,
Um,
definitely.
yeah. I definitely just think just talk to people about it, get it out there.
Very cool.
Talk to your spirits about it. Just if you don't feel like you have anyone
Definitely.
to talk to here, just say things in your head,
Mhm.
that there's people that can help.
Yeah.
And don't be scared of it. Embrace
Right.
it as much as you can.
Yeah.
Because it's a gift
It
and
is.
something to be
Yeah.
grateful
Totally.
for.
It is a gift, and I think it's a gift to help others. I'm just
Yeah.
a big proponent of that, right? And you
Yes.
agree, right? And you want to have a career to help others, right? So
Yes.
beautiful, wonderful. So we're gonna put you to the test, Nina.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I always do is I ask the guests two questions, and whatever pops in, just say what comes to you. Okay. All right. So the first question is from Debbie, and Debbie would like to know, and I think almost everybody wants to know the answer to this question. When do you think life will become more normal? After COVID. Yeah. Any
Okay.
any thoughts on that? And I think all of us, just would like to know that. But Debbie especially.
All right. Honestly, Debbie, I don't see it ever being normal. I think
Okay.
people, even after the vaccine and everything, people will still be wearing masks and
Yeah.
things like that.
Mhm.
But it won't be as dangerous. We won't
Oh,
have to
very good.
be so worried about, getting sick, but it's just going to be normalized to wear the masks.
Wear the masks. Wow. So we're not going to get rid of the masks really anytime soon, you think?
I don't think anytime soon.
Anytime soon. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts on that. And thanks, Debbie, for sending in. And the second question, the last question, is from Eddie. And Eddie wants to know, what are your feelings about aliens? Are they real?
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
That's brought up. I believe that they are real.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that there's life on stars and planets. I don't think that we're the only ones here,
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, I definitely think that there are aliens out there. I think
Right.
that even some of us might have come from other planets and other
Right.
places, put here to help, for sure.
Yeah, and they're here to help. So,
Yeah.
okay, so I usually don't do this, but I'll throw a little quick question in to elaborate a little bit. So if you do believe in aliens, are they here to help us or hurt us, or
No, I definitely think
some
that,
do and some don't, or I don't know.
yeah. There's a term that I learned somewhat recently. It's called the star seed, and
Mhm.
it's people that are here that were I'm still learning about it, but they're from other, stars or different places, and they're put here to help people. And there's different animals as well that are from different stars. They said that dolphins and whales aren't from here, but they're
Ooh,
put here to
really?
help our environment. And
Wow.
I do think that aliens are helpful, and I
Okay,
think
they're
they're
here to
real.
help. Well, that's a comforting thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as wild as that might sound, I do believe
No,
it.
but that's good. So if we ever get to see them, at least they're here to help. So that's a good.
Yeah.
Oh, Nina, we're out of time, which is so disappointing because you're so fascinating and you speak so well and you have so much knowledge to share, even though you are still in learning mode. So it's truly wonderful. So I can't thank you enough, for interviewing today with us. So thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much for having me. I'm honored, honestly.
Oh, no, really, I'm honored. What a true pleasure. You're such what a beautiful, beautiful soul. You really are.
Thank you.
And I hope I get to watch you expand more and more, and I feel I will. So I want to thank you. I want to thank the listeners, the viewers for tuning in. And also, please, if you have any questions you'd like to send in to have the guest answer, please go to www.readingsbyphyllis.com. And at this point, Nina does not have a website, but I'm feeling down the road she will. So when she does, I'll have her back again. So you can contact her and she can tell us more about her abilities. So, all right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Take care and God bless.
Bye.
Bye. So now we are